Helen, you are upstairs. You are all by yourself in a strange house with a killer on the loose. The lights go out again. You hear a muffled footsteps and some heavy breathing. What are you going to do?
Run over, move over to the desk and get underneath in the place where the chair goes in. Get underneath it.
Okay. This can be a vitality or a composure. Like, do you freak out, for trying to keep your breath, or vitality for like very, very stealthily moving over there? And I'm going to tell you this. This is a night move.
Yep.
Okay. So tell me what you think happens if you fail.
Okay. Well, it's going to be vitality, and I think I'm going to because because my Maven move is related to Sonny Crocket. If I can get it, won't fill in for some reason. I believe that allows me to use my fantastic outfit, which is my white running shoes, my white mall walking shoes, are going to move me extra quiet because they are so soft and comfy.
Eh,
So
Let,
soft and comfy.
I love that, but let me rephrase the question for you.
Oh no!
If you
And if
fail, what happens?
oh yeah, no, absolutely. I just trip on the carpet. There's a rug, and I trip on the carpet and go down. And the one thing we're all afraid of is a fall. So I'm gonna risk a fall to move in my mall walking shoes as fast and quiet as possible with vitality.
Well, I think it's going to be worse than that. I think if you fail, when you fall, you're going to hit your head on the side of the desk. And with your fleeting life's blood seeping from your scalp, you're going to see who the killer is, but you'll never be able to tell anyone.
That would be worse. Absolutely.
That's hardcore.
Now, you can get yourself out of the situation by spending a crown, okay, before you roll the dice. And we just kind of like, all right, something else happens, okay? Or you're in it and you roll.
Boy.
And if you roll well enough, you could find a clue.
And what is it that I have to do with the crown again? Is it I have to fill one of those boxes on the crown?
Yep, at the end of the adventure, you have to, yeah. And once you're done with crowns, you're done with them. You don't get them back.
I'm going for it.
Perfect.
I'm rolling, baby. I'm
Okay.
gonna roll in the chat instead of using my virtual dice roller over here.
Okay.
So I believe I'm this +2 because it's vitality, and I have one, and I have my fancy Sonny Crocket outfit. So go shoes glow.
All right. You
9.
got you got a 9. All right. So it is a complication. Okay. So night move with a complication. You do it, but there's a complication or cost. The keeper describes what it looks like. Okay. All right. So you manage to scurry underneath of the desk as I think, I think what's going to happen here is, yeah, you manage to scurry. You don't get killed, but I'm definitely going to I am going to ruin your tracksuit as a knife slashes out in the darkness, slashing, tearing your tracksuit to ribbons as you manage to get underneath the desk just in time. As the lights start to flicker to come back on, you don't hear it because you're too busy trying to cram yourself underneath the desk, but you hear the footsteps run away out of the room. Dun, Done. Done.
Woo!
So what are you feeling in this moment, Helen?
Uh, Overwhelmed and terrified.
All right, take that as a condition. All right, Peggy.
Boy.
Mrs. White comes charging back into the room. Annie has grabbed onto Marcus and is turned to you. You you have some options here. You can engage with Annie, or if I'm reading that right, Annie, were you trying to go to another room, or were you just trying to get all three of you together?
I was trying to get Marcus in a place where I could ask him more questions.
Okay.
If
All right.
it made more sense to get him away from people that were there, I would, but I didn't necessarily have to.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Peggy, what are you doing?
Peggy's feeling a little bit distracted at the moment. So she would probably lock on to because Annie came over, was saying a lot of stuff, and then quickly disappeared again. So she's like tracking what Annie's doing, and she would follow.
Peggy's gonna follow Annie. Are you gonna try and do it quietly, secretly, or
Um, it's kind of neutral, not like trying to not trying to keep Annie and Marcus from seeing her, but not like running after them like frantic, if that makes
okay?
sense. Like just getting up and going.
I think Sam is gonna come in too, and go like, Peggy, well, I've got the movie ready to go. What's everyone doing in here?
Abner's dead.
Has anyone called the police?
Somebody said they were calling the police. I don't know.
Oh my God! All right, now what again? You are say that again. What are you doing?
Following Annie wherever she's taking
Okay, you're just gonna
Marcus.
follow her to the wake, not worrying about being okay, seeing her not. All right, come back around to
Yeah.
Annie. You grab his hand. Now you can go upstairs where you know no one else could possibly be. And
Uh, right now, I have like the private theater as a place, the covered back porch,
mhm.
uh, the the foyer. Is that where like the main party was?
Yeah, the bar lounge area slash foyer. Yeah, that's where the main party
Okay.
was. You can go upstairs. On one side is kind of a darkened room, but you hear someone in it. But you upstairs there's the master bedroom, which you're pretty sure that would be free to take him into to talk to by yourselves.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do.
All right, perfect. We need to paint the scene again since you're the first person coming into the master bedroom. Hey everyone. Abner and Coco had, let's just say, an adventurous sex life. Very casually about the room, you see blood red wallpaper, curtains, enormous canopy bed, mirrors overhead. What evidence do you see casually strewn about the room about their sex life? And we'll start with Eunice.
Beanie Babies. I couldn't help it.
Perfect. Beanie Babies with like little S&M masks on. The sewn for it. Helen, what do you see? I mean, you're not there, but what else is
Um,
in the room?
yeah, yeah. Synthetic bear rug in front of a fake fireplace.
Perfect. Easy to wash. Love it. Peggy, what do you see?
Instead of a mattress like a bed, they have just a giant hammock.
Okay. Yes, these LA types. And finally, Annie.
When I go to flip the lights on in the room, I accidentally hit the thing, and there's like really cheesy, like Italian, um, like disco music, and the hammock starts to rotate 360.
Yes. There might be a strobe light that doesn't really work somewhere trying to go off
For
too.
sure. Yeah.
Love it. As you bring Marcus up in this room, like he's kind of getting like he was totally enthralled with your presence and talking to him, is he's kind of getting his bearings again. He's like, well, should we be away from everyone else?
I'm not sure we should be in this room. I think we might have already contracted something. Ugh. Um, uh, just sugar. I just need to know. Was there anybody that was out to get Abner? Is there someone that wanted him dead?
Well, let me think about it. Give me a presence roll.
So 9 + 2, that's 11. It's a good D6s I'm rolling.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you get another bonus for that? Ooh, let me check. No, okay. Perfect. All right. You're talking with him and he's like, I mean, if you, a man of Abner's stature in Hollywood, if you live there long enough and are in the business long enough, if you haven't had your life threatened, not quite sure it's worth the work that you're doing. And he goes to sit on the hammock, and he like thinks better of it, and he kind of fumbles around with it a little bit, and he kind of lands on his butt. He's like, "Oh, pardon me." And as he does so, he kicks out something from underneath of it, and you see scraping along the floor is a
Clue 7.
clue 7. You see an old film reel.
Perfect.
If you hold it up to the light, and it's going to be one of those like leg lamps. As you're kind of looking at the film of it, it is a debauched Hollywood party.
Ooh.
Peggy, you storm into the room at the moment that you see Annie standing tall over the prone body of Marcus sitting on the floor, looking up at her, and she's looking at some film. Your imagination has gone wild. What are you feeling
Annie,
right now,
that's quite
Peggy?
unnecessary.
Looking at film?
You didn't have to knock him to the ground. That's uncalled for.
Oh, sugar, I didn't knock him to the ground. He tripped. He fell on that very, and I might say, dirty and disgusting hammock, or as you might say, hammock, as you say in the north. Uh, I didn't. Oh, sugar. I'm gonna take the reel and head over to Peggy, and like, no, and I'm gonna get up closer and say, just want to make sure he didn't kill anyone, and then we'll later kill you.
Thanks.
Yeah,
And then
you're
all of a
welcome.
sudden Peggy's clocking what's in this room and just like eyes go really wide, like, what did we just walk into?
Y'all got Beanie Babies with dildos on them. It's horrible. This is real gross.
Should we be in here?
Mm, no one should be in here. I was just trying to. Marcus, y'all, you want to get up off the hammock?
I
Oh,
Come on.
quick rush, like hustle over to help Marcus up.
oh,
Marcus, y'all ever work at Amazon?
oh,
Oh, Annie,
what?
stop it.
I don't understand the question, but Peggy, it's um always a pleasure to see you again. For
Yes.
he just
Oh,
stands there and he like has lost all of his own composure as a red flush starts to go up as he kind of like sees the room, sees your friend, sees you, and he's like,
Yeah. I just grab his arm, like, we're getting out of here, and we leave the room.
he stumbles after you. All right. Helen, Eunice. Eunice, you were coming across each other. Helen, you were coming down the stairs. What are you doing?
I am overwhelmed and terrified. I am actually on my cell phone to the police.
I assume I know Helen well enough to recognize the terror that she is experiencing. And I start to be like, Helen, what happened?
Yes, that's right. Reading 452 Highland Road. That's right. They attacked me. Show my shirt. I mean, pull this silly Hawaiian shirt out of the way. They tore my good walking suit.
When
The
did
killer
this
almost
happen?
got me.
Like, how long ago did this happen?
Just now. Yes. Three.
Doc, like
I already
everybody I know.
told you the address.
What's that, Eunice?
Send someone right away.
I didn't hear you, Rachel. What was that?
I want to take stock of everybody I know was in the room in the last like 2 minutes.
Yeah, sure. Done. Yeah.
You
Unfortunately,
almost
so
got
like
me.
I can't tell you that, right?
No, that's not a clue. Like,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
it's a vague thing. I get that.
So like, so
I'm just
yes.
saying, I do mentally take stock of everybody who I
Yeah.
just saw in the room.
Yep. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, you take a mental image of it. At this point, so you guys are kind of at the base of the stairs. Everyone is kind of scattered around the house at this point. You're finally calling the police. There's a group of people that are just coming down the stairs at this point. Someone was upstairs, whether we know it or not. We've got Miss White. Uh, Marcus was upstairs. Miss White is consoling Coco. Elena is just in the lounge, like serving up cocktails to anyone who wants one. Gordon is taking Elena up on that. Sam is kind of beside himself. He's like, "Oh, I just wanted to watch movies." And June is starting to come around. So what I'm gonna do? It is 9 o'clock. Let's go one more round of sleuthing, and then we'll launch into the last part. All right. So let's start with Eunice. Trying to take a mental image of where everyone is at around the house. And you have gone to every room in the house except for one at this point, which is the theater room. What do you want to do? And you haven't talked to everyone either. Well,
Right.
maybe not fully talked to everyone, I should say.
Sure. I don't know at the moment.
Okay. You just want to pass for now?
Yeah, is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Helen, what do you want to do?
Trying to figure out who we haven't really talked to yet, because I'm not going to go into a room that I haven't. I'm not going to go into another room alone after that whole thing.
Well, you want to go
I'm
into
going
a
to go
dark
talk.
theater alone with Sam?
I'm going to go talk to Elena again.
Okay.
And I specifically want to ask about how things have been since they came from, what happened in California, what brought them here, and what's happened since then. Because it seems like there's a lot going on with this whole Hollywood thing. So that's my intent here.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, Elena, get a drink from her, and then just start making some. I need to calm my nerves, so a nice highball, hold the ginger ale, and the ice. Actually, just a glass of gin would be fantastic. Sherry if you got it, but gin otherwise.
Oh,
Uh,
you look like you've seen a ghost. I'm so sorry. She makes them hard anyway. It just kind of hands you the bottle and like, tonight, girl, we don't need the glasses. We can just drink, shall we? And she gives you a cheers and a clink of a glass.
but tell me more about what Abner and Coco and Mrs. White were doing in California. What brought them here? How have they been doing?
Oh, well, they were. She like is chewing on this word because she's not quite sure how to say it. You know, it's like the idea of getting older to her is, especially being an actress, is just a death sentence, right? So she will say everything about like of people of a certain age. Hollywood will chew you up. And I think they just had to leave. I would leave if I could get it out of my blood, but I just can't. It will always, I'll die there. They'll have to take my Razzies from my cold, dead fingers. But there was a time back in the day. Oh, especially when Cuda 2 came out. Oh, those were those were the Halcyon days. The money was rolling in and we were all famous. Abner and Coco were a delight. Known each other since they were children, and I came on a little bit later, but I was his first muse. I'm sure Coco was a little jealous of it, but I was his first muse. I was in his first movies. But then the bastard had me play Mother, if you can believe it. Huh. Would you like to do a presence roll trying to get, because I assume that's what you're trying to do, trying to get some sort of clue out of her.
Yep. An 8.
8. Okay.
8.
I should have you roll. Okay. All right, let's back up a little bit. I'm gonna have you roll again with disadvantage
Okay.
because you are still freaked out, and you need to tell me what are you worried about having happen.
Uh, I
Oh wait,
well,
this is a
no.
meddling move, right? This is a meddling move. You don't tell me that. You just roll. You're at a disadvantage, so
Oh,
sorry. I apologize. Just roll with a disadvantage.
a 6, a 5, and a 4, so 9.
Whoa. Okay, great. So you succeed, but at a disadvantage. Um. Okay, here we go. Good luck. Elena reaches casually underneath to grab a twizzle stick to stir her drink. She reaches underneath and without looking, you see in horror as she pulls it up and starts spinning her drink and she goes like, "Well, you look like you've seen a ghost again." Tell me what you're feeling as you see the drink that she is stirring, the twizzle stick, is actually a severed finger.
Is this a clue?
This is a clue. Yes, this is a clue.
Okay.
Oh, it's just disgust. Yeah,
Some dark
absolutely.
clues in
Or
here, like razor blades and apples and
Yeah. It's it like I know what I'll do next time. I'll tell you that much. um, complication. You are in horror. You, it's just too much for you, Helen. The last thing you hear is another scream coming from upstairs as you pass out. Peggy,
Where were we? We were in the master bedroom. Was that on the first floor?
Okay, so no, the master bedroom was upstairs. There's only 2 rooms upstairs. It's the office and the master bedroom.
Okay.
And of course, the lights have gone out again.
Naturally. I still had my hand on Marcus's arm, I think, as I was like pulling him out.
Yeah,
And
you guys are on the first floor. You guys have made it back down.
okay. I think I just like instinctively like curl up into his side. Just because there's somebody there.
Okay. Then what I'm gonna do, I'm going to do a night move. Okay.
Okay.
And I need you to make a composure as Marcus looks down at you and says, "You really should have told me you were going to be here." Roll 2 dice,
Okay.
use composure as you try and keep your shit together. Oh wait,
Yeah,
stop.
that's probably fair.
Don't tell
Yeah.
me what is the bad thing that you think would happen if you fail?
Oh, the bad thing. Oh, that's a good question. I'm trying to think about Peggy, how she reacts in crisis. I mean, she'd probably just like completely freeze, like just not know. It's not like fight or flight. It would just be completely like frozen. That'd be her instinct.
Oh, I think it's worse than that. I think Marcus would hold you tighter and tighter, and you see a flicker of anger flash across his eyes
Okay.
as he says, "That'll be the last drink you ever have. We had true love." Now, you may roll. Don't forget about your crowns.
Okay. Remind me how the crowns work again. Just prepping, you know.
Okay, you can spend a crown right now, but it's going to be the crown of the veil, the one that kind of ends your tracks the end of your life. You can do that right now, and we just kind of rewind everything, and we're like, oh, okay. Then nothing really happens. Okay, or
Mhm.
you can do the roll, and you can use a crown to bump it up just one, shift it just one up.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. I will roll.
Okay.
Why not? And you said composure, right?
Yep.
Okay. That is a 6.
You feel Marcus's hands slide to the lower part of your back and around your shoulders as he squeezes you harder and harder. You're like, I was hoping ours would be a Hollywood love, but I guess it was not to be. Would you like to use a crown?
Yes. Yes, I would.
As he looks you deep into the eyes and says, because I'm sorry, Peggy, but I've met someone else. And he drops you out of his arms and goes to find Annie. Annie, what? What you? What are you doing? Scream upstairs. Helen's passed out. Peggy got dropped onto the floor too, but the scream has happened upstairs. What are you doing? Lights
I'm
are off.
gonna I'm gonna head towards the scream.
All right, you charge up the stairs. You're going to be the first one there into this darkened room. Okay. You hear some other thumping around. What is it that you're now that you're in this situation? What are you going to do? It's dark. There's a little bit of moonlight outside. You can't tell. Is there another figure in here? Maybe there's another clue you can find before other people get here. Whose body is on the floor? How do you want to do this?
Amazing. Uh, What do you want me to do first? Am I describing something? Am I doing something? What do you want me to do?
You tell me what Annie is going to do, and we'll figure out what that move is.
All right. So she was rushing towards the scream. She's not on her medication. She's very focused. And unfortunately, that's bringing her towards danger. But right now, she's not worried about that. She's running into the room. And I think she would try to turn, but we know the lights like turned off, right? Like everything was off.
Yeah. You hear that the music, so it's a power switch thing in the house,
Power
not
out.
just like the lights went out. Yeah.
She's gonna pull out her cell phone and try to get the flashlight to work.
Okay.
She's not great at it.
Yes.
She tries to click it, but you have to hold it down.
Yeah.
She doesn't love
Miserable.
that. So she's just gonna stand in the doorway, and she's like, "All right," and I'm just gonna hold it. There's flash. Well, there's a flashlight and there's a camera. Oh, and then she'll like, what does she see?
Okay. Well, so then now you need to tell me, what is it that you're trying to do? Are you trying to see if there's another person up here who might be the murderer? Are you trying to find something else about possible corpse that's up here?
Yeah.
You can only choose. You can only choose one of those two things to do in a split second
Sure.
before it's Eunice's turn.
She is not on her meds. She didn't think about like what she'd have to do if she found a murderer, and like after that, so she's just gonna be like, "I want to find a murderer."
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah.
Okay. Give me a meddling move. I think probably composure again. And it is dark up here. There might be a murder up here. This is going to be a night move. Or no, it's a meddling move, so never mind. But bad things can happen. Because you know what? This makes sense to be. I'm going to combine the two because I want
Okay.
this to be as. So, what is the worst thing that could happen? What's the bad thing that can happen if you fail?
A murderer tries to kill me as soon as I like put my flashlight on him.
Oh, I think it's got to be worse than that since it's a night move. I think as soon as you put the light,
What's worse than getting killed?
yeah, I think
Oh,
you will flash the light up. You'll get pushed back down the stairs. You'll see who the murderer is, and you will die knowing that you never got to see your children grow up.
yeah.
Oh my god, that's dark. All right, roll,
I'm gonna
roll.
I'm gonna crown that shit if I can. Then, right?
Yes, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So roll 2 dice.
So I'm still just rolling 2.
Yep,
This is composure.
yep, composure.
Okay. That's a 7.
Oh, 7. Okay. It is you succeed, but there's a complication. Okay.
Okay.
Uh Here is the clue.
Number 9. This is the last clue, right?
Now, there can be as many as there can be tons of clues.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
as
was
many
under
clues
the
as you can
impression there were
get.
9 clues.
Yep.
Okay. Number 9.
You okay. The clue you find, you don't see the figure. There was someone in this room going into a secret passageway.
Ooh,
That
I
is the
love that.
clue. That is the clue, secret passageway.
Beautiful. Thank you.
And the complication is your pills. You didn't take your pills. You're focused, but what are the side effects? What are you feeling right now?
Uh, oof. What a wonderful option. Um, I'm gonna roll for it. On a 1 to 2, it's horny. On a 3 to 4, it's violent.
Oh,
Oh dear.
And on a 5 to 6, it's sleepy.
okay.
That's a 2.
Of course it is. Because as Marcus runs up, it's like, Annie, are you okay? You hear in his deep voice. Eunice, tell me what you're doing before I say what's happening up there. Where you've heard a scream. What are you doing?
Um,
And the lights went out again?
Yeah.
I want to be like, where's the breaker box?
Okay.
Good.
I want to go find out why the lights are turning off.
Okay. The breaker box is going to be in the tinsel room. The theater
Tinsel
room.
room. What?
Yeah.
Oh. It's like,
Oh, sorry. No,
Tinsel-
no,
we
no.
haven't
The
mentioned
It's called the Tinseltown room. So it's in the basement.
Tinseltown. That makes a little more sense. I was like, the tinsel room. It's not Christmas. I'm so confused.
So
Tinseltown.
you take a lighter as you go looking for dramatic Art Deco lines, lots of black lacquer and gold trim, thick carpet.
Mhm.
Last room that you see in here, just so we can do it, paint the scene, everyone. You step inside this kind of a sitting room. What do you see that shows that this is a temple to old Hollywood? Uh, Starting with
Hmm.
Helen.
The original fake vampire teeth from Plan 9 from Outer Space, rated as the worst movie ever made.
Perfect. Peggy, what do you see down there?
All sorts of just rolled up like old posters. There are some that are hung up, but there's just like a whole shelf that looks like it's, an old Egyptian library or something because there's so many just like rolled parchmenty looking posters.
Annie, what do you see down there?
There's a Marilyn Monroe statue with the one where she's over the grate,
Some like it
and
hot.
and evidently Abner did. But it's a horrible likeness of Marilyn, but that's what it's supposed to relate
Yeah,
to.
perfect. And Eunice, what do you see down there in the flicker of your lighter? Or lighter that you grabbed from the kitchen, rather.
I see a like old school projector. Like you put the rolls on and it does the thing.
Perfect.
And there's like a pile of film rolls like as well.
All right. Perfect. You are down here. You are looking for the power. You hear a creak of something moving. You feel there might be someone else down here. Your heart starts to beat faster as you're looking for the thing. This is going to be a night move, trying to turn
Okay.
on the lights.
Okay. And that would be something like reason to understand the breaker box and quickly find what I need.
I'd be fine with that. Yeah, reason or vitality.
Composure to stay calm while this is happening.
Vitality or reason, I think, or would be two good
I'm
choices.
gonna go reason to understand where and how the breaker box does what I need it to do.
Okay, so this is a night move. So tell me what bad thing would happen if you fail.
Well, the killer gets me.
Okay.
I mean, I know you said it's a night move, and it's
Yeah. Okay.
gonna be worse.
So
It's gonna be worse
so
being killed by the killer.
it yep. So it
But
has to be worse than that. Is
um,
that the
the
killer?
killer, I see their face in the moment, and it's somebody like I know and love, and it is
Oh,
heartbreaking to know that somebody I know did this.
yep. And as your throat gets slit, it ruins all this memorabilia as it splatters all over the posters and the bad Marilyn Monroe.
I should not have spoken up and just let it be my blood spatter ruining everything.
You monster.
But
Too
I'm rolling
nice.
a reason. And I still have crowns. I have not spent any crowns.
Yep.
I rolled 2 ones.
Oh no!
I think I'm dead, right?
You want to use a crown?
Yes.
Okay, fine. All right. So what are you feeling in
He
this
was so
moment?
sad that you wanted to use a crown.
I know. There's a point I was like, it'd be interesting for the story. Let's do it. But I was
Yeah.
like, but I want to play next.
So this is
But I want
100%.
to.
This is 100% how these games work, right? It's my job to get you guys to go through as many crowns as possible. Every adventure is the idea. Until you just don't have any more crowns to spend. Um, okay, so you find the breaker box, but there's a complication. Okay. Um, I think, yeah, I think you get stabbed. I think. Um, yeah, I
But
think
it's
you
not
get,
lethal.
but it's not lethal.
Not
Knowing that
immediately
there's
lethal.
police coming and hopefully medical attention coming
Yeah.
quickly.
Yep. Yep. You managed to turn
For
on
rest
the
right now.
blood stain onto the power cords as you manage to turn it back on. All the lights pop on as you hear banging at the front door. As you hear muffled from upstairs, police! And Sheriff Dalrymple, who you made a fool of 2 months ago, but he's at the front door. And you are starting to lose consciousness as you try and weakly croak out, like, I'm down here, and pass out.
I mean, this probably isn't true, but I imagine I'm the type of lady that has like the purse that has like pepper spray and like a magnifying glass and an air horn and like all of the things. So I imagine I pull out this air horn and I'm like, "Ah!"
Perfect. So as someone, as the Sheriff Dalrymple goes up there, well, what? Someone hear that? I didn't hear anything. All right. Um, as everyone is now gathered again into the lounge, you have Eunice badly hurt. You've woken up Helen from her horrific vision of seeing the finger that was being stirred. And all of you have had quite the scare for the evening. So now we move into the theorize stage. So here's how it works. Right now you're at -6. Okay. The person who comes up with the best theory will be the person who does the roll, probably with reasoning, probably. But depending on how you explain it, maybe not. Right now you're at a -6. You get a +1 to your roll for every clue that you use in your theory. So let's take a look. What clues do we have, Clue Keeper?
First clue, a rejected building permit application.
Oh, sorry, real quick.
Um,
Jared,
Yeah.
are you on the text thread?
Yeah. Are you going to do it?
I did a Pepe Sylvia board just so we can look at it.
Awesome. Great. Yeah. Love it.
But go ahead, please, Liz. Go ahead.
Yep.
Sweet. A steamy love letter that is unsigned. Plastic pumpkin filled with half-empty pill bottles that are mostly painkillers. Stack of rejected movie scripts. The fact that Mrs. White is in love with Coco. A picture of... Oh, wow, I forgot the... Abner. A picture of Abner with other people in Hollywood. Which we think... Or from that, we catch somebody in alive how long they've known Abner. And then an old film from a debauched Hollywood party. A severed finger. And a secret passageway out of... What room were you in, Annie? Forget which room Annie was in.
Yeah, that was the
Oh, office. Upstairs office.
Okay.
office.
Well, I would think that that secret passage probably led to them coming down into the theater and stabbing me.
Yeah.
Feels
The
like there's a
theater or
secret
the
passage
basement
in the office and-
Tinseltown?
Well, it is the theater, right? The Tinseltown
Nope.
room.
Nope. Theater's on the main floor.
Oh,
I made that mistake. So Tinseltown is just what they call the basement.
got it. I missed that. So
So
yes,
do we
I would
think
say
that
it goes
means
to the basement to the Tinseltown room where I was. I assume would be the same person who Annie saw or heard head into a secret passageway showed up in the Tinseltown room where I was.
right? Do we think that means there are other secret passages?
That's a very safe assumption.
Relax.
Yeah.
No.
And the severed finger, was Abner missing a finger? Oh boy.
So, Jared, do we then each give you our theory?
Yeah. And so
Okay.
I think the idea is for everyone to work together as a collaborated effort on it. But whoever probably came up with like the most of them all together, um, probably gets the lead on the role. But from the couple times that I've seen it, is that usually what happens like 2 to 3 people come up with a theory, and like other people build off of it, and then they kind of vote for whose theory they like the best out of it. But I think with this group, you guys usually work very well together about trying to have it all work into one theory. But I the idea is to keep it as open as possible, and if people have alternate theories, that's a good thing. Okay. We want to share all of those because that's what we're trying to do here. And I'm going to cap it at 20 minutes. Okay? Starting
Sounds good.
now. Boom. Go.
Let's-
All right. So you have all this information, Annie?
Yeah.
And are you going to share it somewhere?
Oh, I is on the text thread. Are you not on it? Maybe it's just the players.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't have my phone over here. Text her. Yeah, never mind. Great. Awesome. Well, you don't need me. Awesome.
Pepe Sylvia.
The first question, who had motive to murder Abner?
Coco's in love with. Nope, other way around. Mrs. White
Mrs.
is in love
White's in
with
love with
Coco.
Coco.
Something related to the rejecting, like Sam knowing that they weren't getting the permit they wanted.
Did Sam know that though?
No, I think it was Gordon. It was Gordon because the banker knew.
Oh, Gordon got that. Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah.
I had the wrong person there.
Because Sam was saying that Abner's a genius and was kind of shocked that
Right. Gordon
died.
had.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for correcting my who had that clue.
I wonder.
Um,
I wonder if one of these people. It sounds like one of these people used to be in Hollywood that we didn't know about it. I wonder if it was someone who had a lot of money, and there's some sort of love triangle going on, or
Was that steamy letter?
what if it is Mrs. White? Because she said she'd known them she's been their maid for 10 years. But like what if there was like a whole Hollywood connection or something and she was the one in the photo?
Possible. So maybe the photo is from further than 10 years ago?
Yeah.
and maybe she's also in that debauched film. Maybe she has been undermining, and that's what's going on with all these permits and rejected movie scripts. Is she's somehow been undermining him to try to break the two of them up?
As the real estate agent, June would probably know about secret passageways in this house.
True.
But I don't know if she has a connection to Hollywood. And I don't think we found out how long. No, she said she met Abner when she was showing him this house or helping him find a house. So it's possible that she's in the photo and it's like, oh, well, they met before the house.
True.
But what would be her motive other than she thinks that they have cheap swill and they're kind of bad taste?
Right.
Unless she loved him and was rejected by him and so decided just to slit his throat.
I can also imagine Elena feeling like undermined, like she was his star for all these years and now she's gotten like sidelined to these roles she doesn't want. And like even when he tries to get her in, like all of his scripts are getting rejected. And Elena's just mad that she doesn't get to be the star anymore.
It's definitely Elena.
But 100%. What would she get out of killing Abner?
Well,
she was still getting roles, even though they weren't the ones she wanted.
What if she's writing scripts that include her, and then he's submitting like edits of her scripts that are bad and getting rejected, but she has like these good scripts that give her these great starring roles that he is turning into garbage.
Mm-hmm.
And so
that's exactly right.
Get credited.
She's pissed off that he's trying to get into real estate. She hates that. She wanted him to get back into film. But he's trying to get into that. She is in love with him, and she always has been. She had a steamy love letter about him. She's always loved him. It has long been known that Abner has to take painkillers because he is allergic to apples and pumpkins.
I was going to say more like he got an injury on set back in the past and now he needs to take painkillers.
He's allergic to pumpkins and apples and most gourds and several fruits.
I love the idea. He's like, you know what, goddamn it, it's Halloween. Let me take my pills so I can go apples.
Yeah, I'm taking the pills. I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna buy more apples. Wrong idea, Abner. And you know the reason the concept of Mrs. White, Mrs. White being in love with Coco, that has been happening for a very long time. It was a sham marriage to begin with.
But it was an easy patsy for Elena to be like, well, obviously it was Mrs. White.
Oh, and she could out there. That's fine.
Make the blame.
Frame.
I just don't know what Elena actually gets out of it.
Well, the trick was either he was going to make the movies that she wanted to make, or she was going to expose him, and she had proof. She had proof with her old naughty Hollywood reel, which was with Abner and Joseph McCarthy.
Nice. I think she gets to make
and
her in the role
and several other prominent figures.
But I think that's what
we haven't even discussed Marcus yet.
Finally, make the movie she wants in the role that she wants, because Abner's making that not a thing.
Correct. That's right.
Why not just go to some other filmmaker?
Because
what does his death get her? Like, does she inherit something? Coco inherits. She gets everything. And maybe she's prepared to, or she wants to get out of, her husband's shadow with all the rejected films and the building permits. Like, maybe she just wants a quiet life where she can do what she wants without all this other stuff going on. And she gets everything now.
Elena funded the very first film. It was put up against gangsters, and when they couldn't put up the money, she had to give up her finger, her pinky. She gave that up.
And it's in good enough condition that she could just pull it out willy-nilly and swirl.
It's certainly Abner was trying to say, guess what? I don't care if you did that or not. I'm going to put your finger in the swizzle sticks. And he was trying to do that to say that he wasn't going to take her blackmail anymore.
Well, I think that would make sense, except that was actually Abner's little finger that she took after she his throat. I can tell because that's his high school class ring on that finger, that pinky finger. Did you see that when we walked in and he shook your hand?
Yes,
He was
they're both
wearing it.
missing their pinkies. She gave her pinky first, and she took his pinky later. That
That's
makes
right.
a lot of sense.
She's good
You're
with the
also
knife.
overlooking one thing. Not to be sexist here, but are any of these women capable of slitting a man's throat ear to ear?
What you don't realize is that with Elena and her busty physique, it's all fake. It's not.
Elena's
real.
a man?
Well, I was gonna say
She's a man, baby. Yeah. No. She has prosthetics that allow her to present her bosom.
I don't know what that has to do with her
Like
strength
June.
to cut a throat. So
Everybody just assumes when I'm not on my medication that I'm just spinning just horse shit. And can I just say for a moment, just let me finish. Please. Can I finish? Can I finish?
I just don't see what bosom
Can I
size
finish?
strength.
At this point, Marcus comes in and you start making out with him because of your medication.
Oh, I was sorry. I was gonna make out with Peggy.
Oh, yeah.
Either way, I guess it could work.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think
Speaking of Marcus,
from talking to Elena, ooh, that was an interesting accent. From talking to Elena, I really felt like she was wearing it like a pretty strappy thing, and she looks real strong. Like I think she definitely works out because she wants to be able to play all these young roles, and she wants to be able to play these parts that they think she's too motherly and matronly. So she's been working real hard to make her body okay.
She has guns from when she had to do Muscle Babes from Mount Venus. She had to do all that workout for that movie. You can see there's the poster just right over there in the movie room. She's ripped. As my son would say.
Right. So, you've got like
you think credit like maybe he's making. Oh, sorry.
You got like 10 more minutes for theorizing. You got some good balls rolling here. So start trying to narrow it down because we have votes right now for Elena. We have votes for June was thrown out there briefly, but is everyone pretty much narrowed in on Elena at this point?
No,
Or is-
Coco's still out.
Coco.
Coco's still on the table.
Elena or Coco is where we're going between. Okay. All right. Sounds good. I just wanted to make sure that I was trying to keep it straight in my head what you guys are thinking. And honestly, as long as you get the clues that make sense, I'm just the arbiter of like, would that make sense or not? Like, can you use that clue in your description? And everything you've thrown out there so far, yeah, sounds awesome. So just wanted to try and start focusing. So it's between those two, Coco or Elena. Start thinking about what is your pitch to say yes, that is them.
I'm gonna be honest. Almost everything we've said about Elena could also be true of Coco. Like if she's like writing scripts and not getting the credit for them, and maybe she's also in love with Mrs. White, and maybe she's in the old film reel from like long before they were married. Like all of this, I think could apply to Coco 100%.
And Mrs. White.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it could be Mrs. White too, right? I think someone else mentioned Mrs. White at one point. She could be. These could all be true of Mrs. White, who used to have an acting career.
What if it's a combo of
I was just
motivation for Coco? Like she's the one actually writing the scripts, and then Abner is getting the credit or is changing them, and they're awful. But Mrs. White, who loves Coco, is actually the one who did it because she's the one who screamed and quote found the body.
I was also gonna say somebody's gotta be turning off the lights because like there's definitely been people present in the room when something else has happened. Like I think there's gotta be two.
It has to be multiples. But it's just like who's making the connection? Is it Coco and Mrs. White, or is it a guy and a woman? Because I still think that the physical strength needed to cut somebody's throat ear to ear is something that the guys here are going to be more capable of than the women.
I still think Elena. What if it was Coco and Elena?
But why would they be working together?
Because they both have like the same stakes. Like Coco gets the money, Elena gets the glory. Like
maybe Coco was kind of distraught about the steamy love letter situation because she's the one having an affair with Marcus.
Well,
if they would have had a close relationship. We haven't talked about Marcus yet, and he changes his affections awfully quickly. I'm just saying.
This is getting personal for you, Peg. Take a step back.
That's beside the point. We need to figure this out.
Peg?
Now I'm concerned about him being a murderer and going after you, Annie, just to turn the tables.
Take a step back. Simmer down.
I think Mrs. White has got to be part of her. I think it's her and Elena, because if he dies, Coco gets everything, and Mrs. White, who is in love with Coco, will be there in her moment of grief. Mm-hmm.
And Elena will get the credit for her scripts. Elena.
Wait, are you saying Coco and Elena, or Mrs. White and Elena, or what's happening?
And Coco's like not part of it at all. Like
what we have to decide is
Coco has both Mrs. White and Elena, and so we know they've known each other for way too long. Like they go way back.
Well, what about this picture that shows that somebody has known Abner longer than they admit? Is that just like a white elephant?
Okay.
Red herring.
All right. We're getting down to 5 minutes. In what we were supposed to like narrowing it down, we've now gone the opposite, which is part of what this game's fun about. What I'm going to do, I'm going to extend it to 10 more minutes. Okay. But here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to start and go around the corner. Annie, are you leaning more towards Elena or the Coco Miss White?
I could do either at this point.
Okay, so you're abstaining. Eunice.
No, I will say Elena.
You're leaning more towards Elena. Okay, one for Elena.
Yes.
All right, Eunice, what are you leaning more towards? Elena or Coco Miss White?
I was leaning towards Mrs. White and Elena. So
or
that's
you're
not
introducing number 3 over here. Okay. Helen, which one are you leaning towards?
I'm with Eunice, Elena and Mrs. White.
Oh, okay. So Elena and Mrs. White. Okay. And Peggy. Elena on her own. Elena Mrs. White. Coco Mrs. White.
Coco Mrs. White.
Okay. All right. So based on that vote, the majority, there's only 4 of you, right? It looks like it would be Elena and Mrs. White, right? Was that the idea? Okay. Unless now I don't want to shut anyone's awesome theories out. But I do want to try and get us focused on down a path, unless someone's got an awesome, like, wait a minute, boom, I got it. So start there. Go. I will back out for the next 10 minutes.
Okay. My biggest argument for Elena being involved either by herself or with somebody else is that of all the people, like I've been keeping tabs on people all night, and there have been a couple times where I did lose Elena in the mix, where Coco has kind of just been like distraught with Mrs. White by her, like for a good chunk of the evening. But there was that chunk where Mrs. White, like I looked around and she wasn't anywhere. I found her in the kitchen, but I don't know what she was doing in the meantime.
I think we have to go back. I'm sorry. We have to go back to motive, right? We have to say who has the most to gain out of this.
Coco.
Coco gets money.
Coco gets the money.
Mrs. White gets her lover.
Does Coco get more money with Abner dead or Abner alive?
Well, he keeps squandering it all with these terrible rewrites of the scripts and the seaside properties. There's going to be nothing left if she lets him live.
And the Beanie Babies. It's all bad. So maybe she had enough. Coco doesn't want to lose any more money. Coco wants to stop Abner. Now, at the same time, Coco has been married to Abner for 40 years. Why now?
Well, maybe she didn't know what was happening. Maybe things are being done on her behalf.
I don't think so. This is why I think Coco didn't do it. I think Coco is a real dummy. I think that she's been with Abner this whole time. If she had to know Abner was a stupid head this whole entire time. Yeah,
Do you
she
think
may
Mrs.
have gained from it, but she had to know. If I was married to Abner, I would have killed him like 4 minutes in, probably.
I mean, another why now. We have a steamy love letter. It could be from Mrs. White to Coco.
Oh,
think
well,
so.
Or
now-
two. It's signed. It does.
now
Yeah,
we're
but-
talking. Mrs. White loves Coco. Mrs. White wants all of Abner's, and very fleeting at this point, money. So she wants Abner gone so her and Coco can live their extravagant lifestyle, minus Beanie Babies with dildos attached to themselves, which makes a lot of sense. So let's say that Mrs. White and doesn't tell Coco. Coco doesn't know. Mrs. White takes out Abner without her knowing. How does that work?
Did Elena help out with this? And that's how Elena got that finger?
But if Elena helped out, why would she hold on to the finger and then idly stir it into
Right.
a drink?
She was hiding it in the swizzle sticks. She thought since she was running the bar, she could keep it under control. And then
Well,
I
why not wrap
distracted
it up in
her.
a rag and stick it someplace? Why put it with the twizzle sticks unless you want it to be found, in which case you wouldn't be the one that pulls it out and stirs.
Oh. Well, that would make her look innocent, wouldn't it?
I was gonna say you want to blame
that
them.
is true.
Well, and when I looked at some of the later the cells of that Hollywood party, I will say I saw all 4 of them in there, and not a single one of them was paying attention to Abner, if you know what I mean. Mhm.
Lesbian ring of deviance.
Except for Coco. Yeah.
Except for Coco.
I don't. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But Coco and Elena are lesbians.
And more power to them. But if Abner's going to,
I'm not making any judgments. I'm just saying.
But if Abner's going to ruin all of them, Elena for business, Coco and Ms. White for the money, he's squandering it all. Why wouldn't they work together? I just don't think that Coco knew about the killing. She just doesn't seem the sort.
I agree. She didn't know. Elena, though, working with White on behalf of Coco.
Okay. So
And
it
they're using that
sounds like
secret passageway. Yep.
it's narrowed down Elena and Mrs. White. That's the theory.
Sure.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, because you guys have 4 minutes to get all the
Right.
theories wrapped up into it.
I'm good with that.
I think we can run with that. And I mean, there's lots of other details that I personally have thought about, and I'm not worried too much about explaining.
Go for it. Explain away, Annie.
Do I have to right now? Is this the time to do it if I needed to?
I mean,
Other than like later?
I mean, you've got 4 more minutes to talk about it before you give me the exact theories. But
this is easy. Mrs. White obviously knows the premises, and she knows the secret passageways, and she knows there's a secret passageway where the foosbox. I almost said foosball. The fuse box secret passage that runs to the secret passages upstairs, where our good friend Eunice was stabbed. They know that passageway, and there was an easy way to go. Cut the power, run upstairs, come back down, look innocent, go around again. quite an easy way to pull that off. Obviously, Elena and Mrs. White and Coco were all part of a 70s pornographic Hollywood film deal, and they're all in that reel, and they're all part of it. I'm sorry, ladies, but they're all way busty. They are very busty, and they're definitely part of some sort of 70s pornographic ring. And it makes sense because they're all in that reel together. And that's why that picture
and the picture and the reel show that they were all there. Yeah,
they were all there.
Yep.
The picture of Abner and his old Hollywood solidifies that. Except they were all wearing their clothes, looking all fancy, and that was the one time that Abner received a reward, an actual reward. Oh, sorry, not reward, award. I'm from Texas. I mix those up. His actual award, and it was for a film they did. It was called Sir Barracuda, and it was a nightly tale written by Elena. No, by White, Mrs. White. White was, in fact, a playwright and screenwriter, and she wrote the one good thing that kicked off his career, and that's what that picture is of.
Okay, and that explains the bad scripts, because the bad scripts are his writing.
Good ones, because Mrs. White and Elena wrote all the good scripts.
Yeah, they were the one, and they were all his bad ones.
Okay.
And his badness at business was also being proved with those building permits, that he was doing that on his own too to try to prove a thing.
Yep.
But that also was falling through.
Yep.
Okay. And the painkillers?
They were the ones that he when they killed him, right? Usually
we can skip. We can come back to it.
No, this is good. This is good. At the beginning of the evening, they decided to give him more of his painkillers than they normally would. He chronically, ever since Barracuda 3 Into the Void, and he was part of they try to have that ship that makes the vacuum and makes the anti-gravity like they use in Apollo 13. They tried to do it, but it was just a 737 that they hijacked, and he broke his back. Since then, he's had painkillers, and what they told him they were he was supposed to have his normal painkillers. He had too many painkillers, so he was way out of it, and that's when he dunked his head, and they slashed his throat that he couldn't scream.
Further proof of that is that he threw my cookies away. No man in his right mind would throw my ginger snaps in the garbage. We know
also that everybody likes Helen's ginger snaps. They are really good.
But he didn't recognize a single one of our costumes, and some of them are really good.
Yes, because he was on painkillers.
I love that.
Too many of them.
I love that. That's great. Okay. All right. So we got the drugs. Now, who gave him the drugs, though? Because we were saying it's Elena and Mrs. White. Are you saying Mrs. White did it, the maid?
Ooh, Elena, because she was making the drinks, and she mixed the painkillers in his drink.
Yeah.
She made a big deal about if it was okay to give me a drink.
Yep.
I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
Oh, lovely. Okay. So then Mrs. White is in love with Coco. We've already explained that. The old picture, the old reel, secret passages. The only one, and you don't have to use all of them. Okay. So the only one that we're coming up weird on is the severed finger. We don't have a good...
Oh, that one we got. We got that one. It was planted there so that she could pull it out so that she looked innocent, because if she was guilty, she wouldn't have it. So they were trying to do that reversed psychology thing. But we see through that.
We saw through it.
I think you guys see through it because that was in one of Robin Masterson's books.
Clearly.
Okay. A finger too close.
I'm gonna let you guys decide who to roll, and we've used all of them. It's gonna be at a +3. As you see, Sheriff Dalrymple is just going like add off, and he's just like, but her, just like that. Um, so you guys want to figure out. You guys vote who's gonna roll.
I
What are
rolled
we
2
rolling?
I don't think you want me to roll.
Eric's
Um,
been rolling well.
I was gonna say Aaron's getting his
Worse
hat
than the
on like
last one.
too.
either
So
reason or composure. Probably reason.
Oh.
Reason makes the most sense
yeah.
because you're reasoning.
I'm pretty
I do
average
have a
on both.
+2 to reason.
Do it, Liz.
Yeah, I think it should be Peggy.
Okay. Oh
Yeah,
dear.
Peggy.
All right, so that means my +2 plus a what for our clues?
+3.
Okay, so +5 total. $12.
Is that enough?
Sheriff Dalrymple is just sitting there going like, well, and then, well, you have this? Oh my God, a finger. All right. Oh, all right. So we got picture and it. Oh hell, all three of you coming down. So he arrests Elena, Mrs. White, and Coco. He arrests all three of them right there. Gonna haul them down there. At which point he is going to cut Coco loose the next day. And all three of you the next day, it is time to meet for the murder mavens the next day. Coco is out, caught up in this whirlwind of backstabbing old Hollywood in murder and bad deals. The town of Brindlewood Bay is going to suffer for this, for what might have been bringing new business into town, even though it was probably run badly, but it would have gotten a little bit more on the maps. But unfortunately, they are getting a little bit more famous for another solved murder by the mystery mavens themselves. Last thing we do then is who has a crown?
No
I
confetti.
spent 2.
I have 1.
Is that it?
Like who? What? Who? What?
Crowns, if you have any crowns. So Eunice has got 1, Peggy's got 2. All right.
I had to use one, right?
I don't remember.
Yes, I do
I,
remember you using 1. Yes.
I definitely did.
Okay. Now, if you go down on your sheet, did you click 1? Okay. So
Oh, I
now
did not.
you're going to have to. These are represents ideas of maven as women can be marked unless you used it during a night move. Then you have to do it as a crown of the void.
Oh, which is what I did.
Okay. All right. So let's save Eunice for last. We're gonna go Annie. What flashback are you gonna give us?
Took the wrong person.
Talking about me
Mm-hmm.
and one of the crown of the queen options.
Yes.
Um, I will do. Oh, off. I'll do a scene in the present day showing a burgeoning romance.
Ah, I am excited for this. Just give us a nice little 5-minute vignette. Talk about what this looks like, who it is with.
Um, I'm sitting with Marcus on one of those little paddle boats.
Peggy's offended.
And as we're in the little Brindlewood Bay, in the actual bay, and I'll say, um, Marcus, I loved Kurt, love of my life, and it was the most wonderful 30 years married we'd ever could have. Two beautiful twin girls, um, and I never questioned it. That love was perfect. But now, um, and as I move in this next phase, and it's just different, and things have changed. I don't know why I'm still dressed like Gerald McRaney, and that feels weird. I just never changed. What I'm trying to say, Marcus, and I takes Marcus's hand, looks at her, and says, um, "I love Peggy, and I don't know how to tell her."
Well,
That's it.
okay. Okay. Yeah. Good. That's good. Perfect. So he's gonna have to fly back to LA, try and get everything sorted, but he will be back. All right. Peggy.
Yes, I have two. Hold on.
Okay. Let's
So the
do them.
first one, flashback of Peggy's fondest moment of her late partner. So the flashback is their first dance together in high school. And he was her brother's best friend. And, you know, kind of the stay away from my younger sister type of relation or friendship a little bit. But when Peggy was the one that went up to him at the dance and asked to dance, and since she made the first move, her brother was okay with it, and the rest is history, so to speak. And
And
then the second one, a flashback of her fondest memory with one of her children. And that would be with her youngest son, Christopher. And it was the two of them would read books together in the winter evenings when the other boys were a little bit older and off doing their own things. Christopher would be at home, you know, a little bit younger, and the two of them they would sit and they would take turns reading stories to each other.
oh, that's sweet. All right, Eunice, can you bring it home with the
Crown of the
shadow of the
wood.
garden? Oh, that's just something that happens.
It's like a permanent effect situation.
Yeah. Okay, so show us what it looks like. So do your cozy, do a cozy move right now. So what is it? What do you do? You crochet.
Crocheting.
Okay, so crocheting.
I'm working on a lovely shawl. I'm going to do a brighter orange Velma shirt for next year, and I'm working on it.
Okay. And show us how a dark entity
Dark
shows itself
entity.
in your cozy moment.
As I'm crocheting this with this bright orange yarn, um, I'm brought back to the last time I was wearing a bright orange shirt and got stabbed. So I have this just like, I mean, it wasn't a bright orange. It was not the same orange, but like I don't use a lot of orange, so like orange like just kind of triggers like I got stabbed, and I like feel this moment of pain in my side where I got stabbed, um, and kind of zone out for a second as I am brought back to that moment and that pain.
I think
Yep.
as you're crocheting, you feel that pain again, and your hands kind of just go on automatic pilot as you crochet and you stitch and you crochet. I need each of you to tell me what is it as the first void clue is triggered because someone rolled a 13 around here. So that triggers a void clue. As you are stitching within the crochet, it is something about Brindlewood Bay itself.
Like what I end up crocheting? Like I go on autopilot and suddenly like the shape I've crocheted is okay.
Now, I can give you what I think, but I'd rather hear. I've got a couple different ideas, but I'd rather hear what you guys go with first. And then we'll just kind of say what it is at the end. What do you think,
Okay.
Eunice? It's your automatic pilot vision of
That's
the
true.
void as you're crocheting.
I think I come away with um Rachel's trying to think like real crocheting and I need to not do that. Um Come away with like a kind of like a Christmas sweater kind of design. Like it has like stripes. And like one stripe has what's clearly supposed to be like each of the mavens. And one stripe has uh like little ships like in the bay. And then like there's a big design that's just like a weird snake with legs. I don't know. What
Yeah.
is the void supposed to have? I don't know.
Yeah. No, awesome. I think a snake with what, two heads? Like obviously it's not something you
Sure.
normally with two heads. Okay. Helen, what do you think appears in the crochet?
Yeah, I think it was crocheting as Eunice is always wearing those holiday sweaters. It was supposed to be the town square in the wintertime, and there's a little wishing well, and you meant to put blue, like blue for the water in there because there is water in that little wishing well. But as you look at it, oof, you not only made it red like blood, you had the blood pouring out of it onto the ground. You're gonna have to pull all of that out. Start over.
Love it. Peggy, what do you think she stitches, crochets? Oh, muted.
Muted.
Sorry.
Haha. In the border, she does like this repeating pattern of like a bird's eye view of some of the small islands in the bay. Like just kind of repeating it a little bit. Like sometimes it's a little bit bigger, sometimes a little bit smaller.
Anything creepy about those islands?
Probably there's just like some scary stories that are shared amongst the teenagers and have been, shared amongst teenagers going back many generations about people, going out to the islands and never coming back.
Okay.
I like it.
Border. Okay. And Annie, what do you think? What appears in this crochet?
You were trying to crochet Brindle Bay Bulldogs. That's the mascot of the high school. And you're trying to, as a crochet of the bulldog, sort of up, bulldogs have their hands, their paws up with their jaws. And as you look at it, it looks sort of like a bulldog, but except tentacles that are coming out of the jaw. And it looks much more like a star spawn, if one knows what that looks like.
I have no idea what a star spawn is. I don't know why there would be
Oh,
tentacles coming out of a dog's mouth.
that's what you crocheted.
All
That's
How do you
right.
know what a
definitely
star
crochet.
is, Annie?
Um, now we go around. I was gonna throw in something like you crochet like a building that burned, like a burning building, something that happened like in history of Brindlewood Bay. that or like a building that's something like that. But I think you guys have a lot of great ideas. What would you like to put on here? Is there any ones that jump out, or a combination, or all of them?
Um, I liked. I like the bleeding fountain for sure. And uh I mean that's probably the one. That's probably the one I like the best. It's bleeding fountain.
Okay, Helen.
Yeah, let's see. I like that one. The thought of, and I guess I'd said town square, but it could be out on one of the islands. I kind of like the idea of having to go out away from the town itself. That there's something out there.
Okay, sounds good. Peggy. Oh,
Muted again.
muted again.
Are we voting on which one we like the best?
Or a combination of all of them.
Oh, combination. I like the combination that Aaron was just saying with the fountain combined with it's not something in the town, but kind of right on the edges, like out in the bay, the islands.
Okay, sounds good. And Annie.
I concur with that.
Okay. Now, I am. I need to get this bulldog with tentacles in there somehow. Um, and I think that's just going to be a dream that one of you has. Okay. Yeah, so you wake up from your reverie of your crocheting, and one of the islands has the wishing well overflooding with blood of these tales that you grew up in or have been in Brindlewood Bay for a while, but you don't know all of the history of Brindlewood Bay. Parts of it are still mysterious, have been in here since the United States was founded. Dark secrets can still linger under this quaint little vacation town. As a fitful of night, let's say Annie, since it was her suggestion, has a dream about a bulldog with tentacles for a face. As this is, you have that dream months after this caper, as it were, as you, someone is knocking wildly at your door, going like, the mascot. So someone killed the mascot. And that is a caper for later days. Hey, way to go, guys! Woo! You
We
did
did it.
it. At this point, hey, thanks everyone for watching. I'm going to turn off the recording, but I'm going to stay on with you guys here for just a second. Bye, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Tell us what we did wrong. Hopefully, it was entertaining. Bye.